Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's collective tarot love reading. I have your cards ready. I am going to deep dive and explain in detail by way of the cards what's going on with both you and your person. So let's go. Your crowning card today is the Chariot card. The Chariot card pertains to both you and your person. What the Chariot card is talking about is to release the control and to trust in oneself and the universe that this is the right decision to make. This decision is to fully invest in this free will experience, face one's reality, one's truth, to gain knowledge and information about true and real love. The Chariot card. Now, just before I continue, collective, I'd just like to say I offer counselling, mentorship, advice, programs, and tarot readings. If you're interested, details are in the description box below. I'm not just a tarot reader. Now let's carry on. You're coming in with the Six of Swords, collective. And so what the Six of Swords is talking about here is that in the past, both you and your person had your own perception of love and what that love should look like, what it should feel like. Now, that perception is about a past program. This is what it talks about, an outdated belief system, because everybody had a say. That's what it's saying here. You listen to other people. Your person listened to other people here. You followed other people's expectations. This is what it's also talking about here. And you lived up to it, is what it talks about here in your reading. So to trust in oneself, like I said, to trust in oneself and take a step towards your person. This is both of you here, collective. It's saying here it was against everything that you knew to be true for yourself. But that also is a perception that you had, that it had to follow a certain guideline here. It had to follow tradition and religion. So what the Six of Swords is talking about here, collective, is now you want it. Now you want to go towards it, both you and your person. Now you want this free will experience. Now you both want to invest here because you're walking away from a past. Now what you also have to be aware of here, collective, both you and your person, okay, is that time needs to happen here, collective. Time. You have to allow each other to end out the past, that past cycle, that perception here, collective, of the truth, your understanding, your person's understanding here, because it involved tradition and religion. It involved a program. And to come away from that program here, collective, one must face one's fear. That fear has to do with neglect, abandonment, and rejection. The Six of Swords. And to come out of that here, collective, it talks about self-empowerment. It talks about self-confidence here. But that still needs to grow when you're coming in with the Six of Swords, because the Six of Swords talks about leaving the situation, but it doesn't talk about here, collective, what you need to do here to fully end out that past cycle, that outdated belief system here. What it talks about here, collective, is that you're walking away. All right? Okay, let's keep going, because this is bringing in an ending here. You're coming in with transformations here, collective. Okay? So trust is the main key here. You're coming in with the Eight of Pentacles. Now, what the Eight of Pentacles is talking about here, collective, is understanding and knowledge. Gaining understanding and knowledge about oneself. This is both you and your person. This is what it talks about, because this transformation, this change that is happening here, these changes, and these are positive changes, collective, is bringing about a lifestyle change. It's bigger than what you and your person thought it would be. See, both you and your person may have, your perception here, collective, was just to walk away from the past, walk away from a past cycle here, a past program, and just come together and start building. This is what it talks about. But what it also talks about here, collective, and I spoke about it, it's about understanding, and it's about knowledge, gaining knowledge about oneself, the Eight of Pentacles here. So that you didn't bring that past program here, collective, into your guys' dynamic relationship connection here. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks about positive changes here, but what it also talks about here, collective, is allowing those positive changes that both you and your person are going to make to grow, to actually grow into something, but you're talking about yourself, okay? And your person here, they got to grow and you got to grow. It's not come together and grow here, collective. So that when you're there, when you're ready, when you have that knowledge and understanding here, collective, and when both you and your person come together, it does talk about harmony. Excuse me, I'm just trying to say harmonious here. Harmonious connection. And I spoke about trust, trusting in oneself, trusting in the universe here, collective, that this is the right decision to make. That still needs to grow. That trust still needs to grow because, like I said, in terms of the free will experience here, collective, that free will experience here is to gain more knowledge about oneself. All right, let's keep going. Now, you're coming in with justice and you're coming in with the Eight of Swords. And so what it talks about here, collective, and I spoke about it here, like with both you and your person just walking away from a foundation here, collective, there is still more work to be done. You still need to understand, like I said, understand and gain knowledge here about one's reality. But what it also talks about here, collective, it's about oneself here. You're coming in with pain, hurt, and fear when you're coming in with the Eight of Swords. Because what that talks about there is stuck in fear here, collective. Both you and your person are trapped in fear here because it's trusting in oneself. And with the Eight of Pentacles, what it talks about here, collective, is learning to trust oneself here. See, what it talks about here also is wanting to trust the other person, that they are going to make the right decision here. And I spoke about releasing the control here, collective, because it is a free will experience. I hope you understand here, collective, okay? The only control here is you, and that control is to trust, all right, in oneself. 1 minute, collective. I don't want to muck the cards up. Excuse me. So this is why the Eight of Swords and the Justice is coming in here, collective. Yeah, because it is coming in as control here. So in terms of the Eight of Swords, it does talk about making that conscious effort to change. Change here, collective, is knowing about oneself, knowing about that past program, that cycle, tradition, and religion here, and how things were in the past for you, the decisions that both you and your person made in the past, and what didn't work, because you don't want to go towards each other still holding on to that element of control. The control here is you're trying to control how this looks. Yeah, of course, you don't want to be hurt here, collective. You don't want to go through heartbreak here, okay, when it comes to your person. And it's the same for your person. But in terms of the Eight of Swords, what it talks about here, collective, it's the heartbreak that needs to be worked on, okay? Because the heartbreak here, collective, actually has the control. And I spoke about that. That is actually pain, hurt, and fear. All right, let's keep going. So that it is balanced here, collective. Okay? All right. Both you and your person is what it talks about. Now, you're coming in with the Two of Wands here, collective. And what the Two of Wands is talking about here is it can come in as be mindful here. Watch your words. You may be reptilian. You may judge and blame. You may be resentful and you may react when it comes to your person. And once again, you're coming in with the control here, collective, that it has to be a certain way. It has to look a certain way here in your reading. And also, just to add here, collective, be mindful on what you are saying to others and how you react to what other people are saying about the choices that you are making. Yeah, of course, there may be certain situations here, and I just want to add it, certain situations where you're having to face other people's judgment here, collective, other people's negative here. All right? As long as you know about oneself, as long as you understand your own reality, your own pain, hurt, and fear here, collective, okay, which is about trusting in oneself, fully investing in this free will experience here. What your reading is talking about here, collective, is discipline. Also, when you're coming in with the Two of Wands here in your reading, yeah, where you're trying to control your person. You're trying to control how this is going to look, the choices that your person is going to make. Because remember, it's a freedom here. Both you and your person never had the freedom to freely express how you were feeling. So you can't tell your person what it should be looking like unless, of course, you are there. You have changed. You've made those positive changes here. Okay? All right, collective. Just want to make sure I hit this card properly. All right? Yeah, because it's saying here with the Two of Wands, speak with compassion and empathy when it comes to your person and when it comes to people around you. Show some restraint, discipline here, collective. That's what it talks about. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Oh, okay, so you're coming in with the Page of Cups here, collective. And so what, here it is, it's appreciation. It's a sincere expression of appreciation here, collective. Where you appreciate your person, you appreciate this free will experience that you're going through at this time, and you learn to appreciate yourself here. And it does come in because you make that conscious effort here, collective, yeah, to make positive changes in your life here and to get it correct. The Page of Cups. What it also talks about here, collective, it talks about Your perception, both you and your person, your perception of love here. It does talk about here, collective, flirt with your person. Do they know you've got feelings for them? I just want to put that in here as well. Excuse me, collective. Because what it can also talk about here, collective, is that for both you and your person, you don't know about love here. You don't know about true and real love. You have a skewed perception of love. And that love is pain, hurt, and fear here, collective. That love is neglect, abandonment, and rejection. And you both need to be aware of that. This is what the Page of Cups is talking about here. To let go, to work through that program, that past program here, collective, that both you and your person have held on to tightly here in terms of trying to control each other here, collective, when it comes to showing, when it comes to that expression of love. That expression of love is a free will experience as well. That's what it's talking about here in your reading. And see, with the Page of Cups, what it's also talking about here is to trust in oneself here. To trust in your person. It also talks about here, collective, is that love language. Your love language and your person's love language here. There needs to be an appreciation there. And be able to show compassion is what it talks about here in your reading. Now you're coming in with the Four of Cups. And so what the Four of Cups is talking about here, and I spoke about it before, collective, it talks about your perception of love, your person's perception of love, talks about pain, hurt, and fear. But not only that here, collective, it also talks about one's reality, the truth about oneself, collective, which is neglect, abandonment, and rejection. That's what the Four of Cups is about. Now, the Four of Cups is talking about the inner mastery work. That is a program that can be found in the description box below. Okay, collective? Because this is what is part of the work. This is actually why both you and your person are trapped in fear and are unable, here, collective, to make a decision here and to trust that decision, because it has always been a certain way. It has always been about other people here. And so both you and your person are being triggered here, collective, by these emotions. By the emotions that you have here, because for both you and your person, this love, this feeling of love here, the way in which you feel about each other is a feeling, here, collective, and emotion you have never felt before or you haven't experienced in a very long time, which is why you get triggered and which is why you get trapped in fear or stay trapped in fear here, collective. Now you're coming in with the Hierophant, the Five of Pentacles here, collective, and what it talks about here in your reading, and I spoke about it, this is your person. It talks about what your person went through, their tradition, the way in their past program here, collective, here in your reading. So there's a depth to your person that you're not aware of, is what it talks about here. And for your person, security is a big thing. To belong, to be accepted, to be seen here, collective, and to fit in is a huge, huge want here for your person. Because that to them is love. That is the foundation in which your person has always built love upon, is to be accepted by others here, collective. Whatever that looked like, whatever that felt like for your person, that's what it's talking about here. Now, what it also talks about here in your reading for your person, here, they miss you. That's what I'm getting. They miss you because you're not in this person's environment. You may have spoken a truth to your person, but remember, like I said, speak with compassion and empathy here. All right? They are being responsible. They are taking accountability here, collective, is what it talks about. Because of the cycle that both you and your person were in, but also their own programming here. Okay, now you're coming in with the Two of Cups, and what the Two of Cups is talking about here, collective, is that you're both in love with each other here, and that's the truth, but you both see each other here, collective, but you both need that strength. This is what it's talking about, that inner strength here, that free will experience to know oneself, to gain knowledge and understanding here, collective, okay, about true and real love. That's all part of making that conscious effort here, collective, to change. And that in itself, like you're both going through death and transformations here, collective, that in itself is huge, which is why I mentioned the master program. The Two of Cups. Now you're coming in with the Seven of Wands, and so what the Seven of Wands is talking about here, collective, and I spoke about it in the beginning, you both want to have the control. You both want to control how this goes. You want to trust in each other, yet you don't trust in yourself here, collective. I'm just going to put it out there, all right? What it talks about here in your reading in terms of the Seven of Wands, it's talking about here wanting to move forward, but wanting to do it your own way is what it talks about here for both you and your person. Now, what it also talks about here, collective, is that you have to dig deep here. Don't give up. You have to be ambitious when it comes to this love, to experience true and real love here, collective. Keep moving forward here. See, what's holding you and your person back is the fear. That's what it's saying, being trapped in fear. But that fear is pain, hurts, and fear. Okay? All right, now we're coming up with the last card. You're coming in with the Queen of Swords. What it talks about here in your reading is you know what you need to do. You know that your person is in love with you, and you know that this is your person. Okay? But the steps that you have to take in order to get closer to your person here also keep you trapped in fear here, collective. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about ending out a past cycle, a past program. You need to choose yourself. Here, trust. You're coming in with the Chariot card. All right, collective. Okay, I am going to leave it there. Join us in the Facebook group. I'm not just a tarot reader, and I'll catch